7 lessons men learn too late in life might hurt your feelings. Stoicism. Modern Stoic. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Albert Einstein. It's no secret that life doesn't come with a manual, but the hardest truths are often the ones we learn when it's already too late. We've all been there, those moments when you look back and wish you could have done things differently, wishing you had known then what you know now. Whether it's relationships, choices, or even personal growth, time teaches us hard lessons. Why do so many women say they don't need a man? It's because many men forget how to truly connect and nurture relationships. The modern world is filled with distractions. Some men have friends, avoid commitment, hire help for everything from cleaning to companionship, and yet still wonder why they feel an emptiness inside. They've missed something deeper, something more important than the convenience of fleeting pleasures. The truth is, most men don't learn the critical lessons of life until it's too late, until the woman is gone, the house feels quieter than ever, and you look in the mirror, staring at a man who feels like a stranger to himself. This isn't about making you feel bad. It's about opening your eyes to the things that really matter before time slips away. These are the lessons I wish someone had shared with me years ago. They would have saved me unnecessary pain, heartache, and wasted time. And they could have kept a lot of people who weren't worth my energy out of my life. But it's not too late for you. You're here, you're listening, and that's the first step toward change. What I'm about to share isn't fluff. These are real-life lessons forged from mistakes and scars. They can completely alter the course of your life, but only if you're open to them. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and prepare for some hard truths. You won't find these lessons in a self-help book. They come from experience, and they might just be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. 1. Chasing women will never fill the void inside you. Stop chasing women. Start building yourself. That's the simple truth. Let me hit you with something most men only learn too late. If you're constantly chasing women, you'll never have the peace of mind or the focus to look inward and truly build something meaningful for yourself. If you're texting one woman, hanging out with another, all while thinking about someone else, you'll never be present with yourself. It's time to be honest. Chasing women won't bring you the happiness or fulfillment you're after. Sure, it feels great for a moment. The attention, the validation, the thrill, but it's like a drug, a temporary high that masks a deeper emptiness inside you. And when that high fades away, you're left feeling emptier than before. Here's a hard pill to swallow. The more you chase, the further away you push what you truly want. The moment you realize this, it might sting, but it's a blessing. Chasing women isn't your solution. You're not filling the void you feel with fleeting relationships. What you're doing is avoiding something deeper, your own lack of focus, purpose, and self-respect. There's a time in every man's life when the harsh reality hits. You don't attract what you chase. You attract what you become. Spend your early years trying to impress her with your flashy clothes, your fancy car, or your charm, all the while scared that you're not enough. But deep down, it's fear, not confidence, driving you. And the painful lesson? Women are attracted to men who respect themselves, not to men who need them to feel whole. It's not about arrogance. It's about quiet, unshakable self-assurance that says, I'll be fine with or without you. This is the cornerstone of old Stoic wisdom. The Stoic principles teach us that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external sources like the approval of others. A man who bases his worth on the attention he receives will always feel like he's falling short. Women respect men who have a sense of inner peace and purpose. If your mission is chasing them, you're missing the mark. You lose your story when you make them the plot. A man on a constant chase is never at peace. He's reactive, always scrambling to keep up. He's never grounded, never complete, always running. Instead, build something that's bigger than any one person, a life so rich in meaning that love becomes the natural byproduct. You can't chase love. It must come from within. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the right relationships will fall into place without needing to be pursued. This is the foundation of having an iron mind, a mentality that's firm and unshakable. The peace of mind that comes from inner work is priceless, and once you experience it, you'll never want to go back to the chase. The lesson here is simple, but hard. Stop chasing people. Start chasing purpose. When your life is anchored in something greater than yourself, love, respect, and success will follow naturally. The Stoic principles tell us that when we shift our focus from external approval to internal growth, we not only become more attractive to others, but more importantly, we become more aligned with the person we're meant to be. It's not about bitterness, it's about being better. So instead of wasting time chasing someone else's attention, build something so valuable that it commands respect. Without the chase, that's when you'll truly attract what you deserve. 2. The woman you want is a mirror, not a savior. Let's dive into a truth that no one dares to say, especially not men who are constantly chasing validation. The woman you think is the key to solving all your problems. She's not going to fill that empty space inside you. You believe that if you could just get her, if you could win her affection and attention, everything would finally make sense. Your doubts would vanish, your loneliness would quiet down, and your shame would melt away. But here's the hard truth. She cannot give you what you haven't already built for yourself. The woman you idealize, the one you fantasize about, the one you chase desperately, is nothing more than a mirror. She reflects back to you the state of your life and your self-worth. If you're whole and at peace with who you are, you'll naturally attract the same kind of energy. But if you're broken, lost, and unfulfilled, you'll only bring chaos and instability into your life. It's that simple. Most men get this all wrong. They elevate her to the status of the ultimate prize, pinning all their confidence on her response. They beg for her attention and approval, hoping that her validation will somehow fill the gaps they refuse to address within themselves. But here's the cold, hard truth. A high-value woman, the kind you're truly after, is never drawn to neediness. She won't be impressed by your facade or false bravado. She sees through it. She recognizes the fear and insecurity behind your outward display. And here's the toughest part to swallow. She's not cold or heartless. It's just that you're not ready yet. This doesn't mean you're worthless. It means you have work to do. And that work? It's not for her, it's for you. Want her to admire you? Then you must become someone worthy of admiration. Want her to chase you? Stop chasing after validation from others and start validating yourself. Want her respect? Start by respecting yourself, even when no one else is around to see it. The love and affirmation you seek aren't going to come from outside of you. They're cultivated within you as you become the man who doesn't need anyone else's approval because you've already chosen yourself. And when you do the hard work, when you become that man, someone grounded, someone with an iron mind, someone who embodies Stoic principles, you'll stop worrying about whether she likes you. Instead, you'll begin to question whether she is worthy of standing beside you. You'll realize that the woman is not the destination. You are the destination. You must remember that real love, the kind you're searching for, isn't something to be found outside yourself. It's something you must build from within, just like the ancient wisdom of the old Stoics would tell you. And don't mistake this for coldness or indifference. This isn't about abandoning emotional connection. It's about being strong enough to handle whatever comes your way, grounded in who you are. A true Stoic doesn't depend on the world or others to define their worth. They have built an inner foundation, one that's rock solid, unshakable, and rooted in Stoic principles. You must learn to find strength in your own growth. Once you do this, the right woman will come. If she aligns with the man you've become, a man who understands the old Stoic wisdom of self-reliance and inner strength. So stop wasting time looking for someone to save you. Save yourself first. Be the man who doesn't need to be chosen, because you've already chosen yourself. If you're tired of chasing validation and realize that true strength starts from within, drop a comment right now. I am the man who chooses himself. And remember, the love you seek is not out there, it's within you. 3. The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. This one's harsh, but it's also the most liberating. No one is coming to save you. No one owes you anything. You could be the kindest man alive, loyal, hard-working, honest, and still get passed over, ghosted or betrayed. That doesn't mean the world is broken. It just means life doesn't hand out rewards based on effort alone. Most men waste precious years waiting for recognition, waiting for a woman to finally see their worth, waiting for their boss to promote them, waiting for life to feel fair. But life isn't fair. It's indifferent. The sooner you accept that, the faster you'll stop acting like a victim and start moving like a warrior. Now, here's the powerful twist. Once you accept that the world doesn't owe you anything, you stop waiting for permission. You take responsibility, total, radical responsibility. And that's when everything changes. You stop whining. You start building. You stop resenting others. You start respecting yourself. The man who believes life should be fair is always bitter. The man who understands that nothing is promised becomes dangerous, focused, and clear. Stoicism teaches us this every day. You are not in control of outcomes, only your actions. And guess what? That's enough. When you drop the entitlement, you become unstoppable. You stop measuring your life by what happens to you, and you start measuring it by how you respond. She didn't text back? Cool. You stayed grounded. They didn't pick you for that job? Fine. You'll build your own opportunity because you've already learned the core truth. Expectations are the enemy of peace. You want to be free? Let go of the idea that life owes you clarity, fairness, or comfort. It doesn't, but it does give you one sacred thing: the power to choose how you show up no matter what. And that's where real power lives. 4. Not everyone deserves access to you. This one hits deep. For most of your life, you've been trained to be the good guy, always available, always ready to help, to be liked, to be the guy everyone calls when they need something. You believed that being selfless made you noble, a hero in your own right. You opened your door wide, not just for friends, but for family, co-workers, and women, thinking that your generosity would be rewarded. But here's the hard truth. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Some people come into your life not to build something with you, but to drain it. They don't want you. They want your time, your loyalty, your resources, and when they've drained every last drop, they move on like you were just some free trial. No commitment, no respect. You've probably noticed this pattern. That friend who only calls when they need something, or that one woman who reaches out only when things go wrong with someone else. It's not coincidence. It's by design. You became too accessible, too open, and as a result, people took you for granted. But let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with being selective about who gets access to your time and energy. You don't have to be cruel. You don't have to burn bridges. You simply need boundaries. Strong, impenetrable boundaries. In fact, there's immense strength in being unavailable, in saying no, without guilt, and in walking away from the drama that used to pull you in. Most men only realize this after wasting years trying to prove themselves to people who never truly valued them. They throw their energy into fixing things for others, thinking it's their duty, but all it does is deplete them. Here's where the old Stoic rules come in. Stoicism teaches you to master the ability to remain calm, composed, and selective. The more you practice this, the more people will begin to respect you, not because you seek validation, but because you've learned the art of self-preservation. It's not about building an ego. It's about learning the paths of wisdom. You must learn that your energy is valuable, and you must stop wasting it on people who don't see your worth. This is where the power of being stoic really shows up. When you stop chasing validation and start commanding respect, you stand firm. You are no longer a doormat or a rescue boat for everyone who comes knocking. You are a lighthouse. You don't chase, you guide, You stand tall, unwavering, while others drift by in search of the next distraction. Think about it. When was the last time someone really respected you because you always dropped everything for them? Probably never. People notice when you're unavailable, but in a good way. The Stoic man doesn't need to chase approval. He holds his ground, knowing that the right people will come to him. The wrong ones will fade away, and that's exactly how it should be. Your time is precious. Your energy is precious. Don't let others suck it dry, and don't feel bad about saying no to people who don't deserve a spot in your life. The sooner you understand this, the sooner you can focus on what truly matters. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table, and not everyone deserves a piece of your soul. If someone constantly drains you, leaves you feeling tired, or disrupts your peace, it's okay to let them go. It's not mean. It's wise. Energy is like currency, and every moment spent trying to fix, explain, or prove yourself to someone who doesn't appreciate your value is a moment you'll never get back. So here's the lesson, clear and simple. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. When you're surrounded by people who respect your boundaries, who value you, and who understand the power of giving as much as they take, you become the man you're meant to be. When your life is filled with people who deserve to be there, you're free to build the life you've always dreamed of. So, be selective, be strong, be stoic. Remember, you are not a rescue boat, you are a lighthouse, and the sooner you realize that not everyone deserves access to you, the freer and stronger you'll become. If you're ready to stop giving your time and energy to those who don't value it, drop a comment right now. I protect my energy like my life depends on it. Like this video, subscribe for more powerful lessons, and remind yourself daily, not everyone deserves a seat at my table. 5. Holding back your truth will always backfire. There comes a moment in every man's life when he feels the urge to say something real, something important. Yet, he holds back. He swallows his words, smiles when he should have spoken up, and pretends that everything is okay, even when it's not. It seems like the easiest thing to do at the time. After all, you don't want to rock the boat, right? But here's the cold, hard truth. Silence is never the answer. You think you're keeping the peace by avoiding confrontation, but in reality, you're only planting seeds of resentment that will eventually sprout into emotional storms. And those storms, they're often bigger and messier than anything you could have imagined. Maybe you didn't tell your partner how much it hurt when she flirted with another guy. Maybe you held back your feelings when your friend's jokes hit too close to home. Maybe, just maybe, you've been lying to yourself about settling for a life that doesn't light you up anymore. Each time you stay silent, you betray yourself. And that betrayal adds up over time until it becomes too much to bear. Now, let me tell you something. Stoicism is not about suppressing your emotions or pretending to be unaffected. It's about emotional mastery. The Stoics didn't shy away from difficult truths. They faced them head on. True mastery begins with honesty, especially with yourself. The old Stoic philosophers understood that your voice is not just for talking. It's a tool for setting standards, drawing boundaries, and declaring to the world, this is what I stand for, and this is what I won't tolerate. The Stoic rules teach us that your words have power. They are a reflection of your values, your self-worth, and your ability to protect your own peace. When you hold back the truth, you weaken yourself. Speak up, not to hurt others, but to honor yourself. Because when you silence your truth, you silence your soul. Be honest. It's that simple. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. You'll either explode in a moment of frustration, or you'll slowly collapse under the weight of your own unresolved emotions. Neither outcome is favorable, but when you express yourself, you gain strength. You learn to stand up for yourself in a way that aligns with your values and your own version of happiness. And here's the kicker. The right people will respect your honesty, even if it stings. The wrong people? They'll be offended, and that's perfectly fine. Why? Because it's a win for you. You've stopped betraying yourself just to keep others comfortable. You've made it clear what you will and will not accept. And that, my friend, is true power. So, take a page from the paths of wisdom taught by the Stoics. Speak your truth, and never apologize for it. No more silence, no more pretending. Be bold enough to express what's inside, and in doing so, you will unlock a life of greater fulfillment and authenticity. Now, I'm not saying you should go around hurting people with your words. That's not the point. The point is to be true to yourself. The Stoic way is about balance, finding the courage to express your feelings while also maintaining respect for others. You don't need to be harsh, you just need to be clear. You need to draw your lines and refuse to let them be crossed. That's how you gain respect, and that's how you create lasting peace in your life. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't look back with regret, wishing you had spoken up sooner. Let go of the fear of offending others and take control of your narrative. By embracing your voice and speaking your truth, you'll live with a deeper sense of purpose, clarity, and freedom. You see, holding back your truth might feel like the easier route, but it's actually the most destructive one. So don't let fear or doubt silence you. Be the man who faces his emotions head-on, who speaks up even when it's uncomfortable, and who builds a life rooted in honesty. That is the way of the Stoic, the way of power, purpose, and peace. 6. No one can save you but you. No one can save you but you. This is a hard truth, one that will hit you like a sledgehammer the moment it truly sinks in. But listen closely. There is power in this realization. Once you accept this, you become invincible. Understand this deeply. No one, no wife, no friend, no mentor, no therapist, no so-called guru can fix your life for you. They can help, they can guide, they can offer their wisdom and support, but the real work is yours alone. The decision to change, to evolve, to break free from your limitations, to rise above your circumstances, is solely in your hands. Epictetus put it perfectly when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That's the heart of Stoicism. It's all about reaction, not circumstance. You must take full ownership of your life. No one can carry that burden for you. No one can fight the battle for your peace of mind. You can't outsource your personal journey. No one can love you out of your self-hate. It's on you. Once you accept this, everything changes. Once you realize that you're not waiting for someone else to come and fix you, you'll see the path forward. You don't need saving. What you need is discipline. You need consistency. You need courage. You need to stop running away from the pain and instead face it head on. That's where real growth begins. Growth isn't about avoiding the discomfort or the difficult situations. It's about standing in the middle of them and dealing with them. No more excuses, no more blaming the past, your upbringing, your job, your relationships, or anyone else for where you are today. No more pointing fingers at others. The truth is, you are the architect of your life, and that means taking extreme ownership of your present and future. This is where Stoicism win comes in. It's not about being calm during a storm. It's about mastering the storm inside. It's about having the mental strength to steer your ship through the roughest seas, to control your destiny, regardless of the chaos surrounding you. A man who learns to save himself does not fall into bitterness. He doesn't waste time pointing fingers or feeling sorry for himself. Instead, he becomes powerful. He becomes dangerous, not in the sense of violence, but in the sense that he has the inner fortitude to face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and continue moving forward no matter what. This man knows how to rise on his own, how to grow without needing validation, how to thrive without seeking permission. And that is the freedom you seek. The power you need is in your hands. The problem is yours to solve, and so is the solution. This isn't a curse. It's your greatest freedom. Once you truly grasp this, you will no longer sit around waiting for someone to fix your life. You will take control. You will take charge of your decisions, your actions, your choices. And that, my friend, is where real power lies. No one will hand you permission to dominate your own life. You must take it, own it. Epictetus said it best. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This is how you rise. This is how you win. Stop waiting. Stop hoping for someone to come and save you. It's time to take action. Take ownership of every moment, every choice, and every challenge you face. This is how Stoicism becomes your reality. This is how you become a man who is truly unstoppable. You were always the solution to your own problems. Now it's time to take full responsibility. The truth is, you are the master of your fate. Don't wait for life to change for you. Change it yourself. Take ownership. Embrace your inner strength and discipline. You are your own savior. You always were. When you start living this way, when you start making decisions, taking action, and facing every obstacle with a stoic heart, that is when you will rise. That is when you will win. The time to act is now. Stoicism isn't just some lofty ideal. It's a way of life, and it's one that you must claim for yourself. So take charge. Rise up. Take ownership of your life and make it yours. That's how you become the man you were always meant to be. It's time to dominate your life. And remember, no one can save you but you. And that is your greatest freedom. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. 7. Peace is more valuable than attention. Peace is worth more than the fleeting rush of attention, and it's something you'll realize only after years of chasing the wrong things. When you're young, it's all about the spotlight, the likes, the compliments, the constant validation from others. You crave being seen, desired, admired. It makes you feel like you're alive, like you matter. But that feeling, my friend, is an illusion. Most men won't understand this until they've already paid the price. Attention is cheap, but peace is priceless. Attention is a double-edged sword, and when you're not careful, it'll rob you of your serenity. That woman who plays hot and cold, giving you just enough to keep you hooked, is feeding you toxic attention. That friend who shows up only when it benefits him is watching you, but not truly supporting you. That job that offers praise but drains your energy, making you question your worth, it's all a trap. It's not real. When you equate attention with validation, you start making compromises you shouldn't. You sacrifice your inner peace to keep others looking at you. But ask yourself, what's the point of all that admiration if you can't even find rest at the end of the day? If you're drowning in anxiety, constantly on edge, or too exhausted to enjoy life, what have you really gained? There's a quiet strength in having peace, and when you truly value it, you understand how rare and valuable it is. No drama, no games, no noise, just clarity and calm. So many men never even get a taste of peace because they've been sold the idea that non-stop hustle and proving themselves to others is the true measure of masculinity. But here's the truth. That's not living. It's just surviving. And you, my friend, are meant for more than survival. The older you get, the more you realize that you don't need a crowd to feel validated. You don't need 100 people cheering you on. You need a handful of people who actually give a damn. And more importantly, you need to feel good about the way you walk through life. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the peace in your heart. The real lesson here is that the man who prioritizes his peace becomes magnetic. He doesn't need to shout or constantly seek attention because he has mastered stillness. That stillness, that iron mind, is strength. And when you protect your peace and refuse to be sucked into every drama or toxic cycle, people notice. They don't even know why, but they're drawn to you. It's the Stoic principles in action. An old Stoic wisdom says that calmness in the face of chaos is one of the truest tests of a man's character. And once you embrace that, once you stop chasing after empty validation, the world will gravitate toward you, not because you're constantly in their face, but because you found strength in your stillness. That's the true power of the Stoic mindset. Peace isn't something you beg for. It's something you cultivate from within. Keep your peace. Protect it. And you'll find that the right kind of attention will follow naturally. Hey, Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this video. Now, if even one of these lessons hit you where it hurts, good. That means you're still breathing, you're still learning, and it means you've got time to change. Life doesn't stop for anyone, and if we don't face these truths head on, we risk getting lost in the noise. But here's the thing, don't just watch this and scroll on. Do something with it. Life is all about action. If you're ready to stop letting life just pass you by, then drop the word enough in the comments. Let the world know you're choosing purpose over pain, growth over games. You're telling yourself and everyone around you that you're not here for distractions or settling anymore. You're here to build, to grow, and to push yourself forward no matter the cost. And listen, if you felt this video in your gut, if it struck a chord deep down, then hit that subscribe button. This isn't just another channel. This is your corner of the internet, where we stop pretending, stop playing it safe, and start rising to the occasion. We're not here for quick fixes or shallow answers. We're here to get real and to grow, together. You're not alone in this journey, brother. No matter how tough it gets, we're in this together. Keep building, keep pushing forward, and let's show the world what true growth looks like. Until next time, keep rising.